posted a bizarre video on her social media yesterday, which sent several people into absolute meltdown. It is the cringiest, most uncomfortable piece of tape I've seen in a long time.
Let's get the facts straight. When Megyn Kelly said out loud, on camera, Meghyn Sussex helped kill the Queen,
You helped kill the Queen.
she didn't just humiliate herself. She tiptoed straight into a libel lawsuit because under US law, that's defamation. A false, malicious statement presented as fact that damages someone's reputation. Meghyn Sussex is a public figure, yes. But the moment Megyn Kelly pushed that death accusation like it was true, she invited a legal team to come knocking. And if Meghyn Sussex's lawyers are half as sharp as she is, they've already got the clip, the transcript, and the intent. This wasn't parody, this wasn't opinion, this wasn't satire. This was a woman drowning in irrelevance, weaponizing death to get clicks off a Duchess. And if that sounds ghoulish, that's because it is. Let's be honest. Megyn Kelly doesn't hate Meghyn Sussex because she's done anything wrong. She hates her because she did everything right and walked away from a system that Megyn Kelly still worships from the outside. Megyn Kelly spent her entire career begging for approval from white patriarchal institutions and still got dropped. Meghyn Sussex married into one, exposed it, and then left with her dignity intact. That's why Megyn Kelly's obsessed. She can't stand the fact that Meghyn Sussex's existence makes her look small. She cannot stomach the fact that this black woman who wasn't supposed to survive the royal machine thrived. So now she's reduced to this. Frothing on YouTube about a pregnancy video like it's a national crisis. Screaming that dancing while pregnant is cringe while defending actual predators in suits and crowns. You want to talk about sacred? Talk about your journalistic standards. The ones you threw out the window the moment Fox News cut your check. She disrespected childbirth. Girl, are you hearing yourself? Meghyn Sussex danced with her husband. That's disrespectful? Meanwhile, your allies on the right-wing media are platforming a man who thinks women shouldn't vote. But sure, let's police how Meghyn shared her joy. She's a narcissist. Coming from a woman who turned getting fired into a 3-part docuseries about her own victimhood, the projection is so loud it's practically echoing. She cast aspersions on the royal family while Prince Philip was dying. No, she shared her truth about racism inside the institution. If you immediately assumed Philip, that's your own conscience, Megyn Kelly, not hers. Megyn Kelly's brand is built on punishing women of color who don't apologize for their existence. She went after Beyonce, Serena, Michelle Obama, and now Meghyn Sussex. But Meghyn Sussex broke her. Because Meghyn Sussex did what Megyn Kelly never could. She walked away from power and never looked back. She spoke the truth and let the chips fall. She told the world, I'd rather be hated and free than loved and silenced. And that triggered every insecure, washed-up media woman who spent her life chasing approval from the same system that eventually chewed her up and spat her out. Megyn Kelly is not a serious journalist. She's not even a serious commentator. She's a political pinup for bitter boomers and internet trolls. A woman with no remaining influence, throwing stones at someone who lives rent-free in her head. And the global conversation. And Meghyn Sussex? She doesn't need to respond. She has peace, she has purpose, she has power. All the things Megyn Kelly pretended to have. Until Meghyn Sussex's name became her only lifeline. So, Megyn Kelly, here's some advice. Before you speak about someone else's marriage, someone else's baby, someone else's joy, fix the cracks in your own legacy. Because all this ranting won't make you relevant. And it definitely won't make Meghyn Sussex small. You didn't expose Meghyn Sussex, Megyn Kelly. You exposed yourself as bitter, basic, and legally vulnerable. So watch your mouth before someone makes you eat your words in court.
Megyn Kelly didn't speculate, she didn't joke. She accused Meghan Markle of helping to kill Queen Elizabeth II. No nuance, no satire, no metaphor, just an outright defamatory statement delivered with that familiar sneer we've come to expect from her. It's a shocking and egregious accusation, one that is not only baseless but also incredibly damaging. Kelly's accusation is more than just a casual comment. It's a fervent and calculated attack that has the potential to cause irreparable harm to Meghan's reputation. This isn't a matter of differing opinions or a simple misunderstanding. This is an intentional attempt to tarnish Meghan's image, to undermine her credibility, and to delegitimize her voice. But let's be clear, this is about a woman who has made a career out of controversy, who thrives on conflict, and who profits from the pain of others. Kelly's accusation is not a reflection of Meghan's character, but rather a testament to her own bitterness and resentment. And let's not forget the real victim here, Queen Elizabeth II. To use her death as a weapon in a personal vendetta is not only disrespectful, it's downright despicable. It's a blatant disregard for the grief and mourning of a nation, all for the sake of a petty feud. Now let's talk about the implications of this accusation. Under U.S. defamation law, Meghan Markle is indeed a public figure. However, this doesn't give Kelly the right to spread lies with impunity. The standard for defamation is actual malice, meaning that Kelly must have knowingly lied or shown reckless disregard for the truth. By that standard, it seems that Kelly may have lit a fire that she can't extinguish. When you push a known lie with reckless disregard for truth, you're not just playing with fire, you're burning down your own credibility. And in the end, it's not Meghan Markle who will be left in the ashes, but Megyn Kelly herself. Kelly's claim wasn't an opinion, it wasn't satire. It was framed as fact. And that, ladies and gentlemen, opens her up to defamation liability. Now let's delve into the nitty-gritty of this. In the realm of U.S. defamation law, Meghan Markle is indeed a public figure. However, this doesn't serve as a golden ticket for Kelly or anyone else to run amok with false accusations. The legal standard here is actual malice. In layman's terms, it means knowingly pushing a lie or acting with reckless disregard for the truth. It's clear as day that when you consciously choose to peddle a known falsehood, you're not merely dabbling with fire, you're setting your own credibility ablaze. But let's not stop there. Kelly's claim wasn't tucked away in the corner of an opinion column or obscured by layers of satire. It was presented as fact, as an absolute truth. This framing, this positioning, opens her up to liability for defamation. Every element of her outburst, from the video to the tone, even the transcript, all of it morphs into evidence in a courtroom if the Sussexes ever decide they've had enough. Now, let's not mince words here. Free speech is a fundamental right, and it's one that we all cherish. It gives us the freedom to voice our opinions, to challenge ideas, to engage in healthy discourse. But, and this is a big but, it doesn't shield you from the fallout when you lie with the express intent of causing harm to someone's reputation. You see, the law is not a hall pass for character assassination. It's not a get-out-of-jail-free card for those who choose to wield their words like weapons. It's a framework that seeks to balance our freedom of expression with the need to maintain a fair and just society. So, let's make this crystal clear. Free speech protects your right to speak. It doesn't shield you from the consequences when you lie with intent to harm someone's reputation. Megyn Kelly's entire brand is built on tearing down women of color who refuse to apologize for their success, their voice, or their existence. Let's take a closer look at this. Kelly's track record reveals a disturbing pattern of behavior, particularly aimed at Meghan Markle. She's not critiquing policies or ideas here, but instead, she's attacking a woman's character and life choices. This isn't just unprofessional, it's personal. On the other hand, Kelly staunchly defends institutions and individuals with documented histories of racism and abuse. It's a stark contrast that's hard to ignore. She's quick to tear down Meghan for her strength and independence, yet turns a blind eye to the real injustices around her. The hypocrisy is not just evident, it's deafening. This isn't about Meghan Markle's actions or choices. This is about Kelly's own insecurities projected onto someone who represents everything she isn't. Meghan is a woman of color who's found success on her own terms. She's challenged the status quo, stood up against racism, and refused to be silenced. While Meghan continues to make strides in her career and personal life, Kelly seems stuck in a loop of negativity and spite. It's not just unfair, it's unproductive. It doesn't contribute to the conversation or bring about positive change. It only perpetuates division and hate. The reality is, Meghan Markle doesn't need to defend herself against Kelly's baseless accusations. Her work, her actions, and her character speak volumes. They tell the story of a woman who's overcome adversity, pushed boundaries, and is making a difference in the world. Thank you for joining us today on Royal Telly. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, remember to always stand up for truth and grace.